This is Romy Mack. Welcome to another episode of The Locker Room, where we talk about guy shit. Right now, we're going to get into what's going on in the land, as they call it, better known as Cleveland, the land of the Cavaliers. Got some issues going on in the locker room. And, me and Karumbe about to get into it, but let me get him on. Yo, what up, bro?
Yeah, I'm here, boss.
All right, cool. All right, we got you. Yeah, man. So you got something? You got something on your heart, Skip, that you want to get off, Skip, about what's going on? Yeah, there's some shit going on in Cleveland, man. What's the deal, bro?
And you tell me, man. They talking about they might not make it to the championship. They saying there's sports people saying they need help. They might get rid of LeBron. It's crazy, man. You know what's the saddest part about this shit is? The fans, man. The Cleveland fans.
Man. Oh, Ebony wants to watch. She wanna know what's going down. She over there watching this shit, being nosy.
Fans, man. That's the worst part. Because
watch what you say. You got your wife on the wife listening in.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about your wife. She up there listening. She listening, man.
It don't matter, man.
All right, fuck it then. Go. When we get to that, we can get to that. Yeah. So, all right, man. Cleveland got some issues going on in the locker room. And Kevin Love they're trying to point the blame on him. I think it's just because of his personality. I think they're just picking on him. It's not his fault. He's the second best player on the team.
Nah, man. They picking on him because he ain't as outspoken as the rest of the team. Man.
Of course.
And Stephen A. made a good point. He was like, he on the team with a bunch of brothers.
Yeah, they got all them damn handshakes down packed, but they're unable to get a fucking not able to win 10 games straight. But I digress. Yeah, they gotta get what's going on over there together, like for real. Me personally, if I was Kevin Love, I would have went to LA. Honestly, I really would have went to LA. LA would have been a better choice for me. I would have liked to live. I like to live in LA, man. LA is amazing. Besides the water shortage, but just being a Laker, I take pride in being a Laker. I'd rather be a Laker before I be a Cavalier any day.
Because they ain't no structure in there, man. These motherfuckers, they hella fucking shady there, man. They'll turn it a drop of a dime on you.
Right.
The crazy part is, like I was saying, like they believe in LeBron, man. Like Cleveland got Duke again. He gonna leave. I don't know where he going. They saying San Antonio. People saying he want to go.
Man, they talking that. They suggest.
He wants to go to a team that's already established.
He should. They're suggesting they suggest that the Spurs would be the ideal team because Papa know what to do with him. You know what I mean? But like he needs a coach.
And Ron Leonard talking about leaving fucking San Antonio. They don't give him no help.
Well, LeBron will be some help. Send him. You could send Kawhi up to Cleveland and send LeBron to San Antonio. But the contract, the money wise, it won't work. It won't line up as it should. It's amazing that all this is coming out. You know what I mean? Because folks are like looking into this. They want to see teams like want to see LeBron do bad anyway. They want to bring him down. That's really what that is about. When you're great at everything, when you're so good at something, a lot of people really want to bring you down.
Man, it ain't that. It's his attitude, bro.
Man, he's a diva.
It's his attitude.
He's a diva. Michael Jordan was the most.
Go down, he gotta blame. He do little sneaky shit to the rest of his team.
Man, yeah, because he be on some drama shit. He be feeling himself.
Yeah.
He feel himself, but he is the best player in the league right now. Kevin Durant coming for that spot, but he's the best player in the league right now. And I feel like Michael Jordan was one of the most arrogant players to play the game. Still arrogant to this day. Will not hesitate to tell you that he would take it to your ass. But it is no denying how great of a player that he was in his prime. So I can imagine being on the court with him talking shit. LeBron, I'm sure, does the very same thing.
I see Mike wanted to win but his winning state is like, I don't want to say state is different. Like, this motherfucker is I don't want to say he hella shady, bro, but
That's
the first fucking thing that comes to my mind.
That's how you feel about him. I just think that LeBron has a lot of diva ways because he's been I mean, think about it. You've been the number one guy roughly since you've always had the spotlight on you. You know what I'm saying? Like they give LeBron a lot of credit for the fact that, for someone that be in such a high profile, since he was 15 years old, for how he's handled things. Granted, he's a social media whore for sure. Like social media, like lives and dies by that, and he announces that once playoff time comes, he shuts it off. But like,
I seen something in him, man. Like I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I'm gonna be truthful. When he first came in, we was playing with Cleveland. I mean, you can see his age, but he had that. Even when he was in Miami, he had a die-hard attitude, man.
right.
Motherfucker wanted to win, like, badly. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, he had that, and I see, like, I tell a lot of people, he had that Kobe, that Iverson type, that type feel where, like, I need to, even if my team ain't playing, I'm gonna fucking go the fuck off. And it always shouldn't be a playoff thing, because, like, that's one thing we love about Iverson. Even when there was no one there, he still went crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now when I look at him play in a team, like, when it don't start going his way, it's somebody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, his die-hard attitude, he's a leader.
I mean,
When it goes like that, he's supposed to be ready to carry a team, like, whatever it takes, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Even if they're not playing, even if it's cohesion, like, I think it's a lot of attitudes, though, today in the NBA, man.
It is. It's a lot of attitude. It's a lot of my thing is they don't have a coach. They don't have like the type of coach that's like a Popovich. Popovich ain't about to let all this drama and shit get outside the locker room for one. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be going down like this player's talking about other players. He would have killed this shit from the jump. And it's LeBron is player coach. Plain and simple. He's a player coach. So when you have a guy that has more influence on the team than the coach does, I mean, he's what do you have? It's like there's no so whenever he decides to be a drama queen, what is everybody else supposed to do? Because attitude reflects leadership. Which is like got everybody looking at Ty Lue like, what are you gonna do about this?
Ty Lue ain't a fucking leadership coach anyway.
No.
Jason Kidd's more of a leadership coach than he is.
And they fired him, man. They fired Jason Kidd, man. Well, I mean, it's different, Jason Kidd was a more high-profile point guard compared to the likes of a Tyronn Lue. I mean, let's be real. When you think of Tyronn Lue, you think about Allen Iverson stepping over him on y'all.
Man, that's all that motherfucker known was getting crossed over Jack.
Yeah, that was.
He crossed over Jack.
Yeah, he crossed the shit out of him, man. But
God damn, he disrespected that grown ass man like that.
like we were saying, Ty Lue is not the enforcer coach. He is a go along with it. He's not gonna be able to tell LeBron something. At least from the outside looking in, that's how it is. That's how it is perceived. To us, to me as an NBA fan, I see LeBron having the final say so on shit. And there's issues between LeBron and Dan Gilbert. There's issues between, I'm sure players feeling some type of way about Kevin Love leaving during the game, claiming he was sick, and they came at him like that. Apparently, Isaiah Thomas is breaking up. He's like the bad seed inside the locker room. Is what
they blaming everybody, man. Shit is crazy.
There you go. And
who's supposed to take the blame for that? I hate to say it's the leader and the coach.
Yeah.
The leader and the coach don't take the blame for
Of
that.
course. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta you don't have a handle on this stuff. Like there should be this type of talk in the locker room. It should be just okay.
I feel bad for
You could. A guy's supposed to be like, yo. I mean, I want to say something, but I don't want to lose my position to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something they're supposed to handle in house. So I don't understand why folks.
We started this show, man. I was saying we're joking, and I was like, he should have never signed to the fucking Cavaliers. He should have went to his ass to Los Angeles.
Yeah, Chris Bosh told us from the jump. Chris Bosh said that he was gonna have an issue with adjusting to being LeBron's shadow. Taking a step back to LeBron.
But when you look at this motherfucker, when you look at him, he's been taking that shit. This team constantly in the playoffs, they constantly talk shit about him. Last time in the playoffs and everything else. You know what he does? He just takes this shit, strides along, and keeps going. They pick on him because he don't say anything against it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's too nice. That's what they were saying. Soft.
I'm not gonna call him soft. I'm gonna say he's too nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like nice.
That's what that is. But I mean, damn aircraft allowed tonight. But I think Kevin Love is still young enough in his career to where, I hope he's the one that gets traded. I tell you, it's not going to look good on LeBron if he leaves this team. It's not going to look good at all. Not one bit, man. But I mean, you make your own career. You don't have to necessarily put your career like pin off of somebody else. Like, oh well, Kobe stayed the whole 20 years. Kobe did try to look for a trade too, but it just didn't go through with it. Jordan played Chicago and then he played in Washington. You make your own. You make your own career moves, man. I personally wouldn't hold on to the fact that he's staying. That's what I do know. I do think that he will leave, and that's just something that's we're all going to see. It's going to blow up on a timeline. The internet will shut down because of it, but it's just it's today's NBA. It's definitely not the NBA. Today's NBA is less physical. It's a lot more guys pretending like they're going to fight than actually fighting, compared to the
Barkley and Shaq back in the day were throwing hands.
Yeah, like Shaq and Barkley laughing at the Rockets, and going into going into the Clippers locker room, but they ain't do shit. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna do anything. Like Shaq said on his podcast, like if he really wanted to do something with somebody, he would meet them at the bus. If he really wanted to handle something, he would meet them at the bus, and that's where he would they would hash out whatever issues that they did have. But I don't know. Kevin Love, get the hell out of Cleveland, please. That'd be great.
Indeed, man.
Where's Shumpert? Is Shumpert still on that team?
Say what?
Is Iman Shumpert still in Cleveland?
I don't even fucking know. I don't think so.
I don't know, but he got
I don't know what that motherfucker at.
I know he go home to Tiana Taylor at night, man. He's a winner in my book. You know what I mean? Definitely a winner. But yeah. So, the Pro Bowl, bro. I guess the Pro Bowl is here in Orlando. I just found that out through I got an alert or something on my phone today when I left the movie. I went to go see 12 Strong, man. It's actually a good movie, man. Really good movie. It's kind of weird, when you go to a movie by yourself, but sometimes it's therapeutic. And I enjoyed it. It's a story about the 12 the brigade or whatever, 12 men that went into I think it was Afghanistan, the first to respond after 9/11. It's a pretty good movie though. Was it Chris Hemsworth? Whoever Thor is, yeah. He's the star of the movie. And what's wild is that what I thought was so dope is that his wife, his real wife, plays his wife in the movie. Man, I think that's pretty cool sometimes for like actors and actresses, where they get to be in movies with their significant other. Like Will Smith and Ali, he got to had Jada play one of Muhammad Ali's wives or whatever, and obviously Will was Muhammad Ali. So that was I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool, man. To see that on screen, and you can see like the chemistry that they have. But we getting off topic. But back the Pro Bowl. Why the hell do we have one? Why is there a Pro Bowl? And why do they wear pads during the Pro Bowl? I'm that's what puzzles. I'm puzzled for that. Because
the other sport has a pro something. They got one for baseball and.
I think they should just do events.
What is the Pro Bowl except for them just like?
There's nothing. What spectacular thing can you see in a football game? People get hurt in football. They're like somebody gets hurt in a football game. Like at least one person on the field, gets hurt. You know what I mean? The Pro Bowl. I just don't see the need. I don't personally see the need for a Pro Bowl. What you're going to see? What one-handed catches that you see in the game? On the norm. I mean, what do you think about having the Pro Bowl?
Me, man, I've never seen a reason for it, man. Unless I don't know what they can add. Are they going to add like a longest football kick? Or this shit, they have nothing, man. And what's funny is there's a man now about to bring the XFL. He's so.
That's what we could talk about. Yeah, I forgot about that this week. Raw 25, horrible. The best thing about Raw 25? Stone Cold Steve Austin, stunning.
That shit was horrible.
They could have done better. If anything, they should have brought that out at the end. You know what I mean?
That whole Raw 25 was fucking.
No Hope, no Hogan, no Rock. The Undertaker comes out there, says some cryptic shit.
A bunch of fucking gibberish, man. He said a bunch of gibberish.
I've been doing.
Like, this fucking stupid.
Yeah, he's a whole bunch of shit. He comes out there and.
Baker, Bobby, Tobin, Gucci. I'm like, man, if you speak English, motherfucker.
Some Cookie Man shit right there. They're Cookie Monster, but it's like. He's came out there and said a whole bunch of people have rest in peace. And all right, we got it. And the Manhattan crew, they had like 3 people come out, and everybody else went to the Barclays Center, and they were like bullshit. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler fell asleep. Jim Ross and Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler fell asleep. While on on the show or whatever, they had like somebody took a picture and posted that shit. So did you watch Raw 25 at all, or you just saw highlights?
I did because I expected something spectacular to happen.
Yeah, and apparently Enzo, he's they released that motherfucker because of the rape allegations, and he's got to do better with his choice of women. Don't get me wrong, man. Rape is wrong. Let's get that out of the way. Rape is wrong, but the one he was raping, are you kidding me? You're a high profile wrestler, man. You gotta choose better class of women. But
man, that nigga looked like he basically raped the bitch from Arthur.
He looks like the Muppet with the red orange hair with the funny ass eyes. I forget his name, man. And he rocks with the one that rolls with the doctor with the glasses, Beaker and shit. The one that rolls with Beaker. Kind of looks like him a little bit. But I digress. Raw 25, man, I really did think it was going to be something special.
Yeah, but Raw 25 was not good at all. I think like the best thing was Chris Jericho to me. It won't even stun it. I listened to shit damn near every fucking show.
Yeah.
Every fucking show, man.
Yeah. I just thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit. I thought they could have done a little bit better. If it was up to me, I would have put that Stone Cold incident as the last thing to happen before. Yeah, I would have had that. That would have been the last event to happen before credits roll. Yeah, it's great. The damn what is it? What's your man name? Fuck, Triple H and the Generation X. Yeah, that shit is.
That shit was weird. That shit was like. I like the Battle Club because it's part of it. It's basically the Bullet Club. That shit was like a bunch of old niggas.
Yeah, it's just. They just look. Oh, everybody looks. Even X-Pac looks old. Like them drugs are really wearing down on his fucking face and body. Scott Hall. I'm glad he was at Manhattan Center and not Barclays. He'd still be coming down the ring right now, along with the Undertaker. Old fucks, bro.
And they talking about what's the name? They're talking about Fox is probably gonna buy the rest of the WWE. They say they might sell the whole thing to try to promote football. If that does happen,
I just want to split. You know what? How about this? How about we just split this shit back up? How about WWE be a collective thing, but you split the units, man? How about that? How about you do that, Vince? Can you do that? Can you have subdivisions? Can you please have subdivisions so that you have a competition of sort? Because
he got competition now. It's about to get on his ass.
You talking about New Japan?
New Japan and shit.
Yeah, I like the luchador shit too, man. The luchador. I see the promos. They're like the ones that's like in Mexico, where Rey Mysterio wrestles, cause like.
I thought you were talking about like Lucha Underground or some shit.
That's them. Yeah, that's them. Right. Yeah, that's them. Lucha Underground. Yeah.
Lucha Underground go hard too.
Yeah, I think they're fun to watch. You know, they give that's what people come to see. They come to see a spectacle, man. There's not very many WWE wrestlers with in-ring ability, you know, like at least in my opinion, from what I see. I think they focused on the wrong guys. They wanted certain guys to be the head man. They wanted, I don't know, they really wanted to get behind this Roman Reigns shit. But you got Roman Reigns talking, and he don't know how to talk on the mic. Keep him quiet. Keep Roman. Roman should have kept quiet. Dolph Ziggler, in-ring ability. Should have put the focus on him. Have him be like the face and get like maybe a Seth Rollins to counter him. Seth Rollins is a great heel person. Yeah. See, I told you she being nosy. She on here. That's what she just wrote. But yeah. But overall, I mean, what did you? I want to say, what was probably the best thing about Raw 25 for you?
Chris Jericho.
I guess. Right.
Because I watched New Japan and they blurred. Oh shit.
Well, for me, Raw 25, probably the best thing about it was seeing all the older, like the valets, seeing all the older valets was cool. And then when
seeing Jim Ross seeing
the seeing DiBiase, seeing DiBiase up there was that was pretty cool, man. I was like, they could have done a better segment for them with that playing card shit or playing poker or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe expectations were set maybe just a little too high,
No, it's because they made it out of a big deal, and we kept hearing like all these appearances, like MVP supposed to come out. It's either that or they were saying that it was going to be shit that people wanted to see. That's because I watched all the Wrestle Talk News and all the rest of that stuff.
Yeah.
But it really wasn't, and it was a disappointment.
Very much so.
I go and you watch Thursday night, Tuesday's night, SmackDown or whatever, and it's like better. Then I know for a fact, to this point, I stopped watching a lot of WWE. I just watch the highlights. But I sit down and I actually watch NXT. So if you like wrestling, your best bet is New Japan or NXT. NXT is fucking good. NXT is good. The only thing I watch about Raw is Samoa Joe, and did Samoa Joe fight? I don't even know. I can't remember.
I don't think he did. I don't think I watched the whole thing. I didn't see him fight at all.
Samoa Joe got a move he's in a corner, it's like STO or whatever. Every time he do that, man, he be like, sit your ass down. Like, yo, I be rolling off that shit.
That's funny, man. I haven't watched enough of Samoa Joe, but I've heard great things about him. Yeah. What was I going to say? So this week, this weekend we got the Royal Rumble coming up, the first ever 30 woman Royal Rumble. I didn't realize it was 30 female wrestlers.
I got a feeling there's gonna be a lot of botches.
We'll see. I just want to know how they're gonna carry that off in the ring, though. You know what I mean? This is like the first time doing this shit, man. It's a very big deal. This is about as big as this is make or miss with this is almost.
I think it's not gonna be good, yo.
It's WrestleMania for the girls, basically, because if it does well, obviously we'll see it again.
Let's go town.
But if it goes south, it's gonna be a bad look. It's gonna be a bad look for the brand. So it's a lot of pressure on them, man. So hopefully they'll able to to pull this off, and I'm rooting for them, to be honest. I really am rooting for them. That's what I'm excited to see. I want to see that one more so than the guys, because I just don't have that type of I won't say that love for the business like I once did. Like, again, I don't get as excited about it.
There's not enough interesting women wrestlers to me to pull it off. There's the ones that I do know, but there's more women like Ruby and all the rest of them that's just gonna
I think Flair's kid shines.
Flair's already the shit, and
yeah, she's raw.
Banks.
She's raw, dog. Like,
The last kicker's okay.
She's
I like
a great.
her. There's a couple of females I fuck with. Nia Jax.
Yeah. She's good too. The one that's married to one of the twins. What's her name? Shit.
Oh, you talking about Naomi?
Yeah, Naomi's good. Naomi's good. The boss chick or whatever, she's really good.
That's Snoop Dogg's.
Her cousin. Yeah, his cousin or whatever. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna say. Remind me to bring up. We gotta talk about Snoop talking about. He want to do a gospel album next, man. Because if he say nigga one time, though, just once, one time, we're gonna get into that shit. But so I look forward. I look.
Say nigga for Jesus, though. Nigga for Jesus.
Yo, I hope if he says it, that's hilarious.
Yeah, my homie Jesus getting
For real, though, homie. This is for God, from the DOG. All that,
Yo, you can't even. You try to do a Jamaican album.
He can do whatever. He does whatever he wants to do. To be honest, man, he does anything he wants to do. That's the type of money he does. Yeah, who will stop him? Let Drake come out with a gospel album. Yeah, I don't know. So getting back to the NBA, man. So they got All-Star voting coming up, and they got this new thing where they're team captains. So you have Steph Curry and you have LeBron James. LeBron actually selected Kyrie Irving to be a part of his team, man.
Cause he missed Kyrie. Ooh, that motherfucker missed Kyrie right now.
Man, Kyrie I dodged a bullet with that bullshit. That's probably what he wanted to get away from, to be honest.
Oh, he knew it. He knew it, man.
Yeah, he dipped out.
He didn't want to play with LeBron no more, man. He know that shit.
LeBron picked Kyrie.
LeBron is the coach.
He picked Kyrie.
In his later years, and I'm a Kobe fan.
He picked Kyrie, and he picked Kyrie, and he picked what I said, Kevin Durant. So that's a very interesting dynamic. I think that'll be fun to watch. And so that means he split up, Russell. So what is that? Yeah, the Russell Westbrook or whatever. Like, reserves mean in case somebody gets hurt, right? And that's what that means.
Yeah.
Damn, man. So they got slighted. Like, because I think Paul George is like one of the reserves for the West.
That's what Russell Westbrook was like. That's some shit.
Hey, they is it? I mean,
I swear Russell Westbrook is like a straight up. Him and Boogie like some niggas, yo. Did Boogie make the team? Boogie made the team, right?
of course he did. Of course he did. Yeah.
He better made the team.
Boogie made the team, and what's the boy name? The one that he get hurt all the damn time. Anthony Davis. Yeah, he made the team. Anthony Davis is like a tall ass Derrick Rose. Yeah, that's why I feel that way. Chances I look up, Anthony Davis is hurt. You gotta get it. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on those knees, man. Playing all them years of basketball, you get to that, you get around like 25 and shit. It should start.
That's because he's tall, man. That's why.
Yeah, a lot of gravity coming down. So I mean, I think this will be an interesting. All-star game, the way they got it set up, the teams or whatever. It would be nice. It'd be nice for players in their prime to take part in the fucking dunk contest. It'd really be nice, Hopefully, Aaron Gordon's there. Zach LaVine is not. He's healthy now, so he'll be able to join the dunk contest again and defend his. I would say defend his crown because he was injured last year, so he wasn't able to do it. But that kid Donovan Mitchell from Utah, I hope he's in it. I really hope he's in the dunk contest, man.
I don't think the dunk contest used to be what it is, man. Like,
no, I mean, but there's only so many dunks you can come up with. So, I had this idea that you get these guys like these dunkademics guys or whatever, that all they do is sit around and come up with random ass dunks. I think the NBA should have something to where whoever wins the dunk contest gets to try out for a team or something, which would, again, almost like, how AM1 used to do that shit where they would go from city to city and they would pick one player off of the opposite team to run with them, like a trial period. I think they should do that for, I think that'd be cool to do that with the dunk contest. Like they get an audition to try out for the D League or G League, whatever they call, switch the letters up every day. But have that, I think that should be, I think that should be more ideal for them to do that. All right, bro. Well, now, let's talk about the shit that you're gonna have, people pissed off on. Do we tell, when it comes to relationships, do we tell women too much too early?
Like I was saying, man, women know everything about a man damn near. When they first meet him, man, dudes will tell them their mama name. They'll tell them where they went to school at. Before they know, they'll tell them who they dated, all kinds of shit.
Right.
But women, they hold their shit. You never notice that women hold theirs, man. You don't know.
Depends. I've had experience with both. The one that have hid shit and the one that tells it. So, it depends on you feel comfortable enough to say that around. Because again, you telling too much can make her somewhat uncomfortable. But at the same time, if you don't tell her up front and she finds out later.
Yeah, later on. But it don't apply the same way for men.
Nah.
It's damn. They expect you to dish your dirt out early to them.
Damn if you do. Damn if you do. Damn if you don't, man. Well, yeah. I'll let you have the floor, man. Say what you gotta say. Piss everybody off. Go ahead.
No, that's what I was just saying, man. I'm just like, dudes constantly just dish all the information on the females.
Yeah, you gotta be mindful.
It's not the same. It's not the same. It's really not. We're not held. God dang, we're not held to the same standard as women are.
Yeah, a different rule book. There's a double standard.
Double standard.
Yeah, but I'm telling you. Well, no, it's like a middle ground. We gotta find a middle ground with that shit, and and ideally what works better, so that both sides don't have an argument. Don't lead. It doesn't lead to an argument. Arguing over unnecessary shit. That's the shit that.
I think arguing over unnecessary shit is called marriage.
You think so? Wow. Now you hit it right there, man. Wow. Yeah, you'll have.
It's called marriage. Arguing over unnecessary shit is called marriage.
I'm sure.
With, man.
I'm sure there's tons of
I mean, I don't understand what we arguing over. This makes no damn sense.
All right, Ben, in your experience of marriage, what is like I would say like the most least important thing that you guys ever find yourself arguing?
Least important shit. Food.
Argue over food, huh?
Argue about what we gonna eat at, man, that shit irritates me because it's just nonsense though. When you arguing over where you gonna eat at, yo, that shit is annoying as hell. It's just so stupid. And as being married, man, I feel I run into that shit. You gonna at least run into that probably twice a week, maybe once a week. I ain't gonna say twice, maybe once a week. Or damn, at least 2 or 3 times a month, you gonna argue over where you gonna eat. Cause a woman, like you said, a woman ain't gonna never tell you what she really wanna eat at. Yo.
Never knows, huh? Indecisive. Yes. And I personally, I try to avoid said pointless argument when it comes to food, because I ask, what don't you want to eat? And I was like, do your best to avoid, you want to keep the peace. I'm not a fan of, just arguing for the sake of arguing.
There's also argument over what you consider a good time. Like, I consider me going to the movie, sitting down, watching a nice movie together. Once you have kids and everything,
yeah,
that is good enough for me. But some people want to go sit down, eat, and all the rest of this, and blah blah blah. By the time you like 20, 30 minutes into it, they asking, I wonder what the baby doing, how the baby doing. I'm like, yo, then you shouldn't went nowhere else. That's the shit that irritates me too.
Yeah.
You should just the movies, bro. You should just took the movie. We had to go to like 3 places. I know you want to enjoy our time together, but I don't want to hear how they doing. I want what they doing. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. When it comes to like, yeah, she laughing at you, right? Your wife laughing at you right now. But when it comes to, like,
I'm still sitting right in the room.
Yeah. Yo, when it comes to like, damn, I lost my train of thought. Think about the shit. The fuck did we talk about? We just talked about it earlier, man. Fuck, it'll come back to me. But so yeah, you find yourself a point. If what feels to be like a pointless argument, and if you don't consider it a serious thing, that's an argument in itself, right there.
Man, I argue with my wife over her homework, bro.
Over homework.
I'm doing her homework for her, and I'm fucking sitting here arguing with her. I'm like, yo, this is how you do the problem. She like, well, this is not how the book does a problem. I'm like, have you figured this shit out using the book? All right, then, do it my way. I've been arguing over doing her homework for her. You ever, like, how the hell am I helping you, but you arguing with me about doing something for you?
You came to me. You came to my corner for this. Yeah.
That makes no sense to me, man.
Yeah. Well, that's I guess that's that. You like you said, that's marriage.
Man, that's stupidity. You can't argue with nobody doing that for you, but that's how women are. Like, god dang. I just said it. There you go, fans. Eat that up.
Yeah, you just try to be, you do your best. You do your best to avoid, at least for me, do your best to avoid, confrontation. Try to run smoothly, But somehow, you being peaceful, that even can be an argument right there. So,
yeah.
What do you want to do? Hey, damn if you do, damn if you don't, man.
In an argument with somebody, you being silent, oh my goodness. Don't get that shit right there. You ain't got nothing to say. You be like, yo, are you serious right now?
Relax.
You argue with me because I don't want to argue.
Yeah. Relax. Really. Just fucking relax, yo. But I don't know what you gonna do, man. I mean, maybe there's some women listening to this and they're actually laughing to themselves because it's actually true, and then there's some that's probably really pissed or whatever, about what's being said. Either way, any publicity is good publicity. It's how I see it. So yeah, man. Getting back to Snoop Dogg and this gospel venture. There will be no marijuana flags on this album. Okay, we do not want to see any leaves on this Snoop Dogg. I want to know, if you were Snoop Dogg, what would you name your gospel album?
Shit, I don't even know, man. If I was Snoop Dogg.
That's the name right there. Shit, I don't even know. Yeah.
Shut up.
That can work. I'm trying, but the devil got me. Let's see. I don't know.
I don't even know what you can name a Snoop Dogg gospel album.
Judas Was the Case That They Gave Me or something, maybe,
I don't know, man.
I don't want to. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Ev said In the Bushes. Yeah. Ebony has made herself a part of the locker room, man. She has done it. She has tapped. She has Chris Paul'd the show. She jumped in the locker room, man.
See, this buddy can't handle it.
Yeah. Can't have shit. Can't do nothing. Can't do shit right. So, Snoop Dogg coming out with with the gospel album. I don't know. Moose.
I don't even know what he call it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, Snoop has come out a lot. He came out with a lot of getting a lot of music just to try just venture out, and he's got a strong fan. I think he's got a strong fan base. I feel like I think it'll work. I think it'll be.
People out there, man, post the gospel Snoop Dogg album down below what it should be called, man.
That's all right. Yeah, we'll tell him to do that after. What would you name? If you're Snoop Dogg, what would you name the album? Yeah, that works. If you're. Why do they do that? Autocorrect always fucking with me. I didn't say Snoop Dogg. I said Snoop Dogs. Name for Snoop Dogs. It is. We'll do that.
Still trying to get me to join her team. It's not gonna happen, bro.
That's funny. All right. Can I invite people now? I wonder if I can invite Ebony. I wonder if that work. Does it work that way?
Don't invite her.
I just want to see if the camera shit work. That way we can get this thing going.
No, she on Pinterest. Where she spend 90% of her time.
Pinterest? That nigga said Pinterest. Well, I don't know what the fuck's next.
Pinterest, I don't care.
Pinterest. Yeah, that's a good name that'd be a movie, coming out. With what's the fucker from Taken? Liam Neeson. He'll be the star of Pinterest. Yeah, when your wife doesn't know when to put the phone down. Pinterest. I don't know. Music wise, man. You been listening to you heard anything recently?
Man, I have heard nothing.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything like what we talked about last week, Dave.
I tried to go listen to see what was out new, and I found absolutely nothing.
Dave East, yeah, just Dave East, really. Your girl Cardi staying in.
Last good thing to come out, actually.
Your girl Cardi B still in the news. If that's your favorite artist out right now, right, Joe? You gonna let that hang because of that Cardi B?
I heard somebody say that shit, and I'm like,
they chose her. She's leading the charge.
She was the most ratchet motherfucker they could find. Thanks. She can stop sending me a fucking invite.
Yeah, like other movie I wanted to go see, man. Den of Thieves. I was trying to go see that today, but the timing was off. And then I ended up seeing 12 Strong. 12 Strong was good though. I'd love to go see it. I'd love to see it again. It was a good story. Yeah, good storyline. being prior military, it always gives great honor to see, exactly how our job, reflects in the world. So it's pretty cool, to see that. I recommend those to go see, 12 strong if when you get a chance. I don't know what you got anything you want to dish out before we close our shop?
Nah.
Dragon Ball Z. You seen that game?
No, I gotta get Monster Hunter tonight. That's what I'm into.
Monster Hunter. Oh, okay. So you never went to go to GameStop then?
Yeah, I did go, but I gotta go get lethal grenade.
Yeah, I saw the Dragon Ball Z promo for it. It looks pretty cool. I keep telling myself I want to get back into a fighting game, but hockey takes over. Yeah, hockey is a blast. Hockey makes me look very silly when I'm losing, but it is fun. Nevertheless, it's very fun. But yeah. So you said Monster Hunter as a game that you rocking with right now.
Yeah, I'm going to get it tonight. It comes out tonight with Dragon Ball Z. So.
Oh, okay. I have to look it up. I'll look it up and see what that is. Tomorrow's show. What time? I'd probably get out of about what 4:30 y'all time, right?
Yeah, probably about 4:30. I'm probably gonna be in the gym. Then I'm trying to go twice.
Okay.
If I go in the morning, and then I go when I drop Phoenix off. I'll probably be done for the rest of the day. So yeah, I'll probably be able to do 4:30.
Okay, 4:30 so 5:30 our time. Our time. Okay, cool. Well, yeah. Well, I hope for those that have listened, listening on today's show, but I hope you enjoyed yourselves. We had fun doing it. Kevin Love, get the fuck out of Cleveland. That's really what it boils down to. Kawhi, I hope you get out of San Antonio. Come to Chicago. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you in Chicago, man. Stay away from LA. LA is the devil as long as LeVar Ball and his family is there. Yeah. And that's another thing. They're doing pretty good over in Lithuania, but I mean, who's Lithuanian basketball? You know what I mean?
Like they're ranked number 11th in the world. That's what ESPN saying. They like promote the motherfuckers.
Hey. Yeah, who's number one?
I don't fucking know.
Well, us?
Probably.
I guess so. Ranked number one in the world, and I think it's gonna come a point in time when like a foreigner is like number one in our league, and it might be Giannis. Giannis ain't from here, right? Ain't he from France?
Yeah, he's French.
Yeah, he's French. Yeah, so him and Kevin Durant. So it'd be like Alien versus Predator. In the NBA Finals, the way their bodies are built, like they're built like avatars and shit. So that'd be something. We have Alien versus Predator NBA Finals someday, maybe with the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks haven't been in the finals since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I believe. Yeah, like we said, we hope you enjoyed listening to this show. Be sure to share this on your like the links of the show on your Facebook pages, Instagrams, Twitter, all that stuff. Any help is good. We just appreciate you guys listening, nevertheless. But from Romy Mac and Karumbe and in a cameo appearance by by Sugar Booger, with laughs in the back. We out.